Hello students, let's go for the last part of glaucoma, that is secondary glaucoma. So secondary glaucoma is, so we know that the glaucoma is group of disorder which is characterized by progressive optic neuropathy resulting in a characteristic appearance in optic disc as well as in your visual fields. So secondary glaucoma is a glaucoma associated with, there are some primary ocular diseases will be there, changes will be there, or there may be systemic changes. So the glaucoma with primary ocular or the systemic diseases are the secondary glaucoma. Okay, the classification. The classification we divide it into two types depending upon the causative, and then one is by the mechanism. So mechanism, either it is angle closed or it can be open angle. In causative it can be lens induced, or it can be inflammation, or it can be a pigmented glaucoma, or it can be a neovascular glaucoma. So we'll study these glaucomas one by one. Okay, so the further the classification is, the glaucoma can be associated with the iridocorneal endothelial syndromes, or it can be pseudoexfoliative glaucoma, glaucoma associated with the intraocular hemorrhage, steroid-induced glaucoma, traumatic glaucoma, glaucoma in aphakia, glaucoma associated with intraocular tumors, or it can be ciliary block glaucoma. So these are all comes under. So coming to one by one, first that is lens induced. We know where the lens is placed. It is just behind the iris. There is the clear space is there for the movement of the aqueous from posterior chamber to anterior chamber through the pupil. So if the size of lens is increased, so especially it increases in the intumescent stage or followed by the trauma. So what happens? This lens will push the iris forward. So when this iris moves forward, it blocks the peripheral angle. So that's how the aqueous drainage is blocked. Okay. So in this lens-induced glaucoma, there are again two varieties. One is angle closure, again open angle. So what are these angle closure kind of? So one is phacomorphic glaucoma, phacotopic glaucoma. Whereas in open angle phacolytic, lens particle, and phacoanaphylectic glaucoma. So how this lens causes open angle glaucoma is, there are some lens particles which go and clog the trabecular meshwork, and thus there will be raising intraocular pressure. So we'll see again these types one. Coming to phacomorphic glaucoma. So as I already told you, in the intumescent stage, or if there is a subluxation, or there is a spirophakia, that is spherical shaped lens. Now the may causes the dislocation of this lens into the anteriorly. That's how it causes the blockage of peripheral anterior chamber. Okay, so how it presents? It looks like acute congestive glaucoma like, and the patient will have congestion, watering, and a sudden loss of vision. Lot of pain sometimes associated with vomiting, as well as headache will be there, and sudden loss of vision also there is. So it is an emergency condition, we have to attend it. So what is the treatment? The treatment, you have to reduce the intraocular pressure by IV method, either by using the mannitol and by using the oral acetazolamide along with the beta blocker. Then followed by under the mannitol, you have to do the surgery, especially the lens extraction you have to do, or you can go for along with that laser iridotomy or the peripheral iridotomy with the on sitting of lens. I mean during surgery itself you can go for. Okay, phacolytic glaucoma. Phacolytic, the name itself indicates, there will be lysis of the lens proteins will be there. So the trabecular meshwork is blocked by this lens proteins or the macrophages which have engulfed these proteins. That's how the angle is closed, and that hampers the aqueous drainage. So you can see in anterior chamber the whitish, the protein particles floating. Okay, then the anterior chamber will be deep. So how you treat this patient? It is similarly the treatment for in phaco, lens-induced glaucoma is first you have to remove the lens under IOP lowering agents. Okay, you have to reduce the IOP and you have to remove the intraocular lens with the lens. Okay, then the lens particle. There is a difference between the phacolytic and the lens particle. In phacolytic, it is a protein part, whereas in lens particle, it is the lens particles itself. It is a lens protein itself. Okay, so sometimes when during the surgery, if some parts of lens are remained, they will go and block your trabecular meshwork. So again, the symptoms are the same as of acute congestive glaucoma, and you have to lower the IOP and you have to irrigate and aspirate whatever the lens particles are there. Then phacoantigenic glaucoma. Phacoantigenic, yes, it is an inflammatory reaction. So whenever these, as these lens proteins are foreign material to the eye, so the lens starts producing the antibodies against these lens proteins, so that it leads to the antigen and antibody reaction. That's how there will be inflammation of the trabecula. That's how there will be edema of the trabecular meshwork and blocking as well as because of the cells. So these it is seen especially in case of ECC, extracapsular lens extraction, or followed by the penetrating injury. So here you have to go for the under the steroid coverage of steroid, you have to go for the removal of this lens as well as low. Okay, phacoantigenic, it is a similar kind. Sorry, the treatment part is, as I told you, iridocyclitis will be there, so you have to use the steroids and cycloplegics with litigation and aspiration lens matter. Okay, now this is how about the lens-induced glaucoma. Then coming to the glaucoma due to the uveitis. So where the uveal component is involved for the glaucoma. So the first the lens was a causative the part, and in the second is uveitis is the uveal the part is involved in the formation of this glaucoma. So again we divide it into non-specific inflammatory glaucoma and specific hypertensive uveitis syndrome. So again you have in that open angle closure, Fuchs uveitis syndrome and glaucomatocyclitic crisis. So coming to the mechanism in open angle and closed angle. In open angle, what happens? The trabecular meshwork is clogged by because of the edema or this prostaglandin induced raise in the IOP. Again, the features will be same like iridocyclitis, like you may have the KPs, you may have the patternless iris, and there will be synechiae will be there. So these are all features are present with the uveitis. Okay, again you have to lower the intraocular pressure by hyperosmotic agents. Along with that, you have to use the vigorously. You have to use the steroids. Both you can use topically and orally as well as. Then in chronic, because of trabeculitis it is, or it can be scarring of the trabecular meshwork. There will be slow raise in the intraocular pressure, and the chronic inflammatory features will be there. So in that case also you have to start with the medical therapy. If not responding, you have to go for the trabeculectomy. So for that also the patient is not responding, you have to go for the cyclodestructive procedure, where you are by icing by cyclo means you are giving a very less temperature icing is done of ciliary body, thus the function is stopped. So in angle closure inflammatory glaucoma, there will be secondary angle closure with the pupillary block and secondary angle closure without a pupillary block. So the how is, whenever there is a uveitis, we all already know how this the synechiae takes place. It is because of this the inflammatory condition of the condition, what happens, the pupillary margins are attached to your the anterior capsule of the lens. Thus how the slowly the entire pupils get attached, or sometimes the posterior surface of the entire iris is attached to the lens. So that's how there will be blockage of this aqueous drainage, and there will be iris bombay, you know already, that is the iris is pushed forward and that causes the raise in the interpolation. So this is called as occlusive pupillae. And how you treat? Yes, the same like steroids, atropine you have to use because to break the synechies. And first you have to start with the medical line of treatment. Later on you have to go for the laser iridotomy. Finally is the filtration. Then coming to the next type, that is the pigmented glaucoma. So what is this pigmented glaucoma? You know the iris and ui is full of pigments are there. So sometimes these pigments get released into the anterior chamber and they go and block the trabecular meshwork. How these pigments are released? Pigments are released either because of the continuous rubbing of this posterior surface of the iris with the zonular fibrils. Okay, because the space between this iris and zonular fibril is so less because of during the contraction and the relaxation of the iris, there will be continuous wear and tear will be there. That's how the pigments are released and this go and clog this trabecular meshwork. So once you see in a retroillumination, how you can in the picture you can make out those after release of these pigments, the retroillumination you can see clearly from the peripheral part of the iris, which is not seen in the normal people. So you can make out such kind of things in case of pigmented glaucoma. Apart from that, in gonioscopic changes also you can see. So in which this is more common is clinical features are more in myopic males, and it is more of open angle only. Angle is not close, but it is closed by your pigments. Okay, so on gonioscopy you can see the Schwalbe's line. Usually that it is a faint line as such, but in case of pigmented glaucoma you can see very thoroughly dark Schwalbe's line, especially to the Sanfilippi sign. Okay, then all the features are primary open angle glaucoma. So the treatment is you have to use the anti-glaucoma drugs. That's all. If it is not treatment, the final is the surgical part. So coming to the very interesting, that is a neovascular glaucoma. Neovascular glaucoma, where the new vessels are seen in the angle of the anterior chamber. Eventually that get converted into the membrane. There will be contraction of the membrane, and that's how there will be blockage of the trabecular meshwork. So how the new vessels are go till to the angle of the anterior chamber. You know, in case of whenever there is a ischemia of the eye, especially in the central venous occlusion or proliferative diabetic retinopathy or sickle cell retinopathy or any intraocular tumors along with the retinal detachment is there. Some vegetative growth factors are not VEGF. VEGF factors are released from the ischemic part of the retina. So they through your vitreous and aqueous they come into the anterior chamber. There also, as the iris is very much of vascularized part, they stimulate the vessels in the iris itself, and slowly there will be new growth of the vessels in the iris, and they slowly from the tip of the pupil they slowly progress towards the angle of the anterior chamber. Thus how a kind of membrane or the fibrovascular membrane is formed at the angle of the anterior chamber. Okay, so there are the different stages of neovascular glaucoma. One is the pre-glaucomatous stage, open angle glaucoma stage, and secondary angle glaucoma stage. In pre-glaucomatous stage, you can see there are some neovasculars at the tip of the iris or on the iris itself, tip of the pupil or the iris itself, And in open angle glaucoma stage, yes, there is some sort of the neovasculars are seen by your gonioscopy. And in secondary angle closure, yes, because of the closure of this fibrovascular membrane, it is dragged towards the peripheral, the iris is dragged towards the cornea, that's how it is closed. So you have to treat the underlying disease like diabetic retinopathy is there, retinal detachment is there. So you have to go for. Then otherwise, the medical line of treatment is not effective in case of neovascular glaucoma. You can go for the trabecular, this one, trabeculectomy, or the final is the artificial shunts. So these are the new methods where the artificial shunts are used. Okay. So the first part of the secondary glaucoma is over, and subsequent the second part of this will cover the furthermore secondary glaucomas. So till then, go through all these things. They are a little bit of confusing, but once you understand the basic theme,